Hey everybody, Erica here. Hope you all are having a good one and happy Friday. Um, I know that I mentioned in a previous video that I was gonna talk um, about me having thyroid cancer, and I was gonna try to do it the next few days. And I know that I had mentioned about having a guest come on here with me, which would have been my mom, but she's been busy the last few days and I haven't had a chance to ask her. Um, the reason why she's been busy is because she went and took her oldest of her three cats to get fixed. So she's been tending to her the last few days since she had surgery so she wouldn't have kittens. But anyway, I've just been kind of down this last few days, like in a funk, I guess, because it has been 8 years that I found out that I had cancer, and I am cancer free as of 2013. June of 2013. I had a complete removal of the thyroid glands. It is also called a total thyroidectomy, or a TT, or a CT, complete thyroidectomy. And I've brought up how, like, the things that went on before I found out, and just the last few days, it's been just kind of, I've been like in one of those moods the last few days because of that. And yes, they say it's the good cancer, the best one to get, but to somebody, when you tell somebody they have cancer, like, it doesn't matter. Cancer's still cancer. And it doesn't matter what kind it is. Like, there's so many different ones. And the type of thyroid cancer I had was papillary thyroid carcinoma. And starting off, like, before I found out, like, I know that I mentioned I went through having a ultrasound on my neck, and and then having radiation test done, which they gave me a pill of radiation of I think it was iodine or something, to see what exactly was going on with my thyroid, or to see what was actually going on with my neck. And last was the biopsy, where they went in here in my neck, because I had cancer. I ended up having cancer on the left side. They went in with a needle, and they were just there going and going and going, pulling the needle back out, in and out, back and forth, to get samples, to see what was going on. And I did end up finding out that it was cancer. And to this day, it's still, in a way, it's still kind of hard for me to get through it. Kind of hard for me to still talk about it because, you know, it's something that happened. It was what do they call it? Um, it was something that happened to me. You know, like I can't think of the word right now, but um, it was a life changing experience, and that goes with any cancer, any sickness you get. Like um, and like I mentioned, I did have surgery 2 months later in June of 2013. I think it was exactly 2 months that I had surgery. Maybe like take a day, maybe give or take a day. And I think I had surgery 3 days before my mom's birthday, which ended up being the 18th, and my mom's birthday was the 21st. So I ended up finding out in April, maybe the 20th, 21st, and then close to right around 2 months later having surgery. Like, I guess, like, since from the time that I found out till having surgery, like, in June of that year, like, I was just like, I would wake up every morning like, okay, I'm here, like, okay, I'm here, like, good, I'm here, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, I guess concerned in a way that I wouldn't be awake the next day or whatever, but I did have my moments, like, from the day that I found out till up until I ended up getting help from a from getting help from a friend of mine that I used to go to church with, and they were able to help me. They hooked me up with somebody, got me to talk to somebody from a nearby hospital, and like from the day I found out till the day that I went to go see the surgeon, and even up to the day I went to have surgery, I like I mentioned, I was like waking up every day, like thinking, like, okay, I'm here, like I'm still alive, I'm still here, still alive, like and um, just like it doesn't affect just one person. Like, it doesn't just affect the person that has the cancer. It affects the people around them. It affects the people that care about them, that love them, that care about them, that love them, that, you know, always want what's best for them. And I know that, well, I don't know, but I can imagine, like, how my aunts felt, how, like, my best friend felt, one that I see like a sister, like, and then her mom that I see like my own, like, how they felt. And I know that my mom has mentioned that there was times that she wanted to talk to my grandma. She wanted to talk to my grandma, but she wasn't able to, because my grandma had just passed in February of that year, 2 months before, 2.5 months before I found out. And my grandfather had passed away in the first few days of the year in January. And then my grandmother a little over a month later, like, my grandfather on my dad's side, and then my grandmother on my mom's side. So it's like my mom would say that, like I was saying, like my mom wanted to go to her, like my mom wanted to call her and talk to her, and she wasn't able to because my grandmother had just passed away. Like my grandmother had just passed away, and like then for us to find out about me having cancer and just having to go back and forth, having finding help and getting help and seeing where we can, and then finally having help. And um, I know that, well, like from what I can remember, like from the time that I found out, from the day I found out, like up until going to go see the surgeon and having surgery, like not to bring religion in, because I know that there's people that don't um, consider themselves religious for whatever reason, but um, I don't claim to be religious because um, I myself believe there's a God. I myself know that God's real because of of things that have happened in my life, and of God having his hands on me a few years prior to having surgery, and in times where like I know that he's worked in times before that, like um that anyway, like that's me being in the hospital a few years before finding out about me having thyroid cancer is something totally different. I may be speaking on it like later on, like within the next couple of weeks or so, but that's story for another time. But anyway, like um I know that it was a lot of going back and forth, and um trying to see where we can get help. And then the family I had at church, like they went and stepped in and um, helped me, and did whatever they were able to do on the side to help me, and which was all very much appreciated. Um, and it's like, not like I was saying, not to bring religion in or anything, or um, not to press my beliefs on anybody, because everybody has their own beliefs. And but I know that God had his hands in everything and was showing me here and there, hey, I'm here, like I'm not gonna, I haven't left you, like. And it says in the Bible, like, I will never leave you nor forsake you. It's in Hebrews. I want to say it's in chapter 13. I will never leave you or forsake you, like saying that I'm always gonna be here, like I'm not going anywhere, like. And that was confirmed to me by a song that I had mentioned in I don't know how many videos back about Chris Rice's song Restore. And it talks about it in the verses. It talks about a marriage, but the chorus is what really got to me, what really spoke to me, and confirmation into the verse that I mentioned. It says, I know you feel like your world is falling apart. Like, I know you feel like your world is falling apart and you can't go on anymore, but God is a God who knows how to heal, and he will restore. And The day I found out, I heard it twice that day on the way to my appointment and then the way home. And I had heard it the first time and I hadn't really, like, I had heard it, but I didn't really, I guess, snap to it until after going home to the from the doctors and and on the way home hearing it again and actually listening to it. And it was like he was telling me, I'm here, to help you, like, I'm here, I'm gonna help you, like, I'm not gonna leave you, I'm gonna work in your favor. And that's what he did. Like, he worked in my favor, and he showed me, like, here and there along the way up until the surgeon, up until I had surgery. And I remember the surgeon saying, when do you want to have the surgery? And I go, the sooner the better, I don't want it. The sooner the better, I don't want it. I don't want to take it. In other words, it doesn't belong in my body. I don't want it. Like, telling the doctor, you can have it, I don't want it. I didn't want it. Nobody wants cancer, and nobody wants cancer. Nobody wants to go through that, but yeah, we go through things. And, you may be saying, how can God allow that? And in a way, I see it as maybe it's meant to help us grow. To me, it's like it's meant to help us grow, or God wanting to see what we're going to do. If we're going to go to Him, or if we're going to be, forget all this. But I guess I just wanted to talk a little bit about this, and I know that it's one of my longer videos. But anyway, I hope you all are having a good one. I'm gonna cut it short. And you all have a good weekend, and I will see you on the next one. Maybe I can see if my mom's up for a video with me, or a live stream or something, and to kind of get her input on what she was going through, because she's my mom, and her being a parent, I know that it wasn't easy to see me go through. I can imagine it wasn't easy for her to see me go through, and it probably would have been just the same, not easy for me to see her go through something like that, and her probably wanting it to be her instead of me. But what can you do? Yeah, it did bother me, and even now, like, at times it still bothers me. It still bothers me in a way, but I'm learning that I'm still going, still here. And cancer is not an easy thing to go through. It's not. And the doctor said I had a good survival rate, which was thumbs up. I had like 97% survival rate, and but still, when you tell somebody they have cancer, whether it's a good cancer, if it's a good cancer, to the person that has cancer, cancer is still cancer. Cancer is still cancer. Doesn't matter if it's a good one or not. It doesn't matter what stage it's at. Cancer is still cancer, and If you're gonna get it, it's gonna happen. And excuse me, I didn't think that I would get cancer. I didn't think I would get cancer. I didn't think I would have cancer. Um, but it's different when you're on this side of having it versus being the one on the outside looking in, to somebody that has cancer. And um, you never know when you can get it, what can happen. And stuff happens, and we can either grow from it and learn from it, or run. And I mean, it's all up to the person, however they take it. And I'm thankful that I had the people that I did have, and even now, to help me through it, and help me keep going, even though I wasn't up to go and continue going. But I'm thankful that God placed those people in my life to help me continue going, and for Him to help me continue, because that's, in the beginning, that's something that I prayed for Him to help me, for Him to give me the strength, because I wouldn't have been able to get through it alone. I wouldn't have been able to get through it on my own strength. I would have just been like, what, look at this, throw in the towel. I could have just thrown in the towel, but God had other plans. But anyway, I'm gonna get going. Y'all have a good one. Again, have an awesome weekend. And I will see you on the next one.